first I'll show you the progress I made on the 52 Hudson Hornet. This is the chassis. I got it flat black, and I sealed it with flat clear, and the frame I hit it with matte black and then sealed it with satin. So when you put them together, it looks really cool. I don't know if I'm going to weather it. I think I'm going to do like it was just coming out of the showroom back in 1952. So that's that. And here's the engine. The engine's coming out really nice. I like the way it looks in the gold. And I used a black wash of acrylic black paint. So yeah, that looks good. Here's where I'm at with the decals on the Indy car. So I had a little bit of an issue over here and up in here. The decal kind of tore in like 3 different spots, but I was able to remind myself, slow down, don't panic, take a deep breath, and and I recovered pretty good. So nothing on this side, but it looks good. I was doing that today, and I'm getting better at, when I have a feeling like maybe it's time to call it quits, take a break. A lot of times in the past, I wouldn't do that, and I end up, messing up because, I get that feeling in my gut just before something happens. So I'm learning to identify that and stop while I'm ahead. But that looks pretty good. So I'm in this is the Frizzo Appreciation group build, but I'm also in a buddy build with a guy in my model club, and he's building the same car, and he's a really, really good builder, and I'm hoping that he wants to showcase his build on my channel. We're definitely going to put them side by side at the show and tell at the model club meeting, so that'll be fun. Here's where I'm at with the, excuse me for hitting the camera. This is the Woody's scale model garage. The rock and roll on wheels group build. So the MGB, she's a runner now. That's the song I'm going with. I forget the guy's name, but cool song. Great model though. So I just bare metal foiled it, and now I'm ready to do the last clear coat, or maybe second to the last clear coat, and I'll be buttoning this up. So that's pretty cool. So as far as the stash ad's concerned, so my buddy Jason over at Blue Ox Model Shop, he pointed me in the direction of Frank's Model Works, and I went over there and checked out Frank's Model Works, and I really like his channel. And he built a 1970 GT 500, Shelby GT 500. So I watched Frank build this thing, and his came out incredible. So he built his the way he would have wanted to build it when he was a kid, and he didn't have access to all those aftermarket parts and stuff. But if you want to see a really good build, go to Frank's channel and check that out. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm going to give you, a couple people asked me to give you guys a Scooby story. I had a dog, his name was Scooby. He was a Cocker Spaniel, and that's why that little Cocker Spaniel's over there. I dug that out of the cellar the other day, and my little dog, Scooby. He was my best friend. So one day I got out of work, and well, one morning I got out of work. I was working nights and decided I wanted to go ice fishing. So I went home, picked up my dog Scooby, and went to the bait store, got some bait, and I drove up to the lakes region and around where Jason lives, and I was on Lake Winnipesaukee, and I drove my truck out on the ice because I tested the ice. The ice was like 24 inches thick, so it was plenty thick. I set up my traps, and Scooby was in the truck with me, and I was kind of sitting there listening to music and with the heater going, and I ended up falling asleep, and then Scooby started barking, and he woke me up. And I came to, and I looked out the window, and the the flag was up on the trap. And so I went outside immediately, went over to the, and Scooby ran out of the truck, and he went over to the hole, and he was looking down the hole. He had his butt up in the air, and he had a little tail about this long, going back and forth, and so he sat there and watched me pull up this fish, and the thing was like 24 inches of lake trout. So I flopped it onto the ice, and he went over there and grabbed it, and it was almost as big as he was, and the thing was flopping around in his mouth. He was running around all proud, but he woke me up to let me know there was a fish on. So great dog. I missed the little guy, you know. But so anyways, that's what I have for my stash ad, and a little update on my group builds. I'm in 3 other group builds too, but I haven't even started that. The USAC build, Leon's Lowrider group build, and the BG Appreciation group build. So I got those 3. The Hudson Hornet for the 50s and 60s on steelies, the MG for the rock and roll on wheels, and the Formula One car for the Frizzo's Appreciation Group build, and that's hosted by Dan the Man. This segment is Show and Tell, hosted by Link at Link Scale Models. And for my show and tell this week, JT over from I Need My Garage Time asked me if I collect shells, and I have a few. I have some neat ones I get down in Florida, and I have this one that I got in Hawaii. And me and my good buddy Larry were scuba diving in Hawaii in 80 feet of water, and I found this conch, and there was a snail living in it. So I picked this up and put it in my dive bag, and my buddy found a Triton's trumpet. Gorgeous shell. They use that, the islanders used to use that for a horn. They used to make a horn out of it. So this conch shell was in 80 feet of water, and I pulled this to the surface, and you know, I was always taught that you don't kill anything unless you mean to eat it, you know. So we ate this conch, and we were trying to figure out how to get it out of the shell. So we ended up like parboiling this thing, and then pulling it out with a coat hanger. It worked. The conch didn't taste that great, but we ended up eating it. We made a rice pilaf with it, and so that's my show and tell for tonight, and to let JT know that, yeah, I collect shells, so this is one of them. Pretty cool. So, guys, have a great rest of your week. Link, take care, buddy, and nice to support your channel. Have a good night. God bless.